don't really use this one much. But least ankle, I'm considering it's right here. So least meaning not including, minus the ankle, least ankle. To the inferior patella, inferior pole of the patella. Okay, know that your inferior pole of your patella is shaped like this. Inferior pole is going to be longer, okay, on the center than it is on the sides. So you want to make sure that when you palpate the patella, the leg is relaxed so that you can actually grab the medial lateral border and kind of wiggle it around in the groove. And then if you take the web space between the first and second digits on your hand, you can kind of shove it down and not compress it like straight down, but just kind of slide it towards her foot, and it's going to tilt her inferior pole so that you can feel it real nice and easy. Okay, I'm just kind of going straight down here. I'm not on top of the patella going down. I'm just kind of on that superior border, making it tilt. Okay, so it's kind of like that direction. Does that hurt? Okay, so it shouldn't hurt. So I'm just going to mark the inferior pole of the patella. Okay. With that, that's going to be my stopping point, so to speak. So here, let me go by the chart here. So I'm going to measure the MTPs because this is just a point of reference. Oh, I'm about to say. So we're going to use these as comparative measures. Everything needs to be measured in centimeters. So this is 21 centimeters. I would write it in circumference next to MTP. You guys are going to do this for your partners, but you can write whatever you want. So 21 centimeters. That's just to save that information. Then I'm going to come up to the least ankle, and I'm going to measure the narrowest part of the ankle, just proximal to the malleoli. It's 21 centimeters. From here, I'm going to measure every 4 centimeters, okay, from that point. So every 4 centimeters. So I can actually just stretch this out to about right there. So about, we'll just say it's 38. Can you hold this somewhere? Okay. But I'm going to start distal to proximal. Okay, so 38, 34, 30, 26, 22. Yeah, I might need to check my math. 18, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. 14, 10, 6, and then 2, right? Mm-hmm. I'm stopping when I get to the inferior border, okay? But that's not 4 centimeters between this last one and this one. So on my chart here, where it says, in the middle where it says height of the segment, that first one is at the MTP, so there's no height there. The next one is the least ankle. It's pretty much NA. You can just write that in because there's no height to that one either. How do you use this? Oh. And then here, the 4 centimeters up is where you start filling it in. Where it says 4 centimeters up, travel over to height of the segment, the column that says height of the segment. You'll write 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and then this last one is 2 for her. Everybody's is going to be different. Somebody's maybe 1. And then you're just going to take a circumference reading in centimeters again at each one. Make sure you come back around to 0. So it would line up with each 4. So the first one where it says 4 centimeters up from the least ankle, the circumference for her would be 20.5. If they have, you know, skin tears or thin skin, make sure you're not dragging this thing. 22. And then I would go all the way up, okay? And even up here, the inferior border is the last one that I take, okay? And then once you have all those numbers, each line, each row across, there's an equation to find out the volume, okay? And then you use those comparative numbers above and below, and it tells you how to do that, okay? But I'm not going to have you guys do the equation because I'm pretty sure.
What do you put for the height of the segment?
That's the measurement here. 4, 4, 4, and then whatever the last one is in between your last 4 centimeter mark and the inferior border of the patella, the inferior pole.